Nicholas, how you feeling?
Feeling good, feeling good. Yeah. So I knew how the match would go, and just another day.
Um, I guess how did you feel about your performance?
Um, I felt great. So this week we pushed. I didn't train that hard this week, so we were more like filling up the body throughout this event, and I felt great every day. So I normally train so hard, uh, like my daily basis. So when I get some rest, I always like feel amazing, and so I knew I would perform really well because when I flew to here in Vegas, so all the sessions I had, I was just like feeling everything connecting. Mentally, I was in the right place, and would just be a matter of time to perform at this stage and then display some incredible jiu-jitsu level, and that was what I did tonight.
I guess just how does a win over Felipe again, like, what does that do for you? And it was a pretty dominant win. I know that there was some kind of funny business during the match. How'd you feel about that?
Uh, to be honest, I'm in a stage of my career where I'm not thinking about my opponents anymore. I'm more looking for my legacy. So what I'm building is different than everybody else, and I'm going to be the greatest hybrid jiu-jitsu athlete ever. That is what I'm looking for. And my last performance, they spoke by themselves. So I'm dominating people like 100% of the time. Uh, I this year I didn't have one single athlete displaying one single offensive movement on me, so I dominated all the fights from the first second to the end. Even the fights that I didn't finish was only two, unfortunately. I had 14 fights and I got 12 submissions against the best guys in both worlds, Gi and Ogi. So beat Pena was, of course, some huge deal. We have this rivalry since forever, since 2018, and we tried fight all the times, but he got injured, I got injured, and had COVID and had different like complications that didn't allow the match to happen. So definitely it was great, but I'm more looking to my legacy right now than one specific athlete. So what I want to build is different. So be it one guy is not changing my life anymore, but the picture I have for myself for the next 10 years, definitely Pena add a lot. So it's my legacy, the most important thing right now.
I'm just wondering, you mentioned the rivalry that's been going on for a long time. Do you feel like the rivalry is done, or do you feel like it's just heating up and you guys are going to keep seeing each other?
Uh, I mean, for me, it's done. So I tap him twice what he wants. Like, fight on the streets right now, so we have nothing else to do. I beat him the gi. I rear naked choke. No, I Ezekiel him the gi, so it's a choke from the back. So I did the same no gi, but right now rear naked choke with an arm trap, which is way more impressive. So for sure, we're gonna fight again. Pena has a huge brand. He's big in this sport, so for sure people will ask again for this fight. But personally, for me, rivalry is when we still having a business to. So there's no business anymore. So like I'm way better than him. I proved Gi and Nogi. Uh, Maybe he can keep the rivalry for himself, but for me, it's just like I'm on a different page right now. So just change the books and life goes on.
What did you think of the new rule set?
This rule set was amazing. Like EBI is the worst rule set ever, but this rule set is closer to what I believe is the perfect rule set. Jiu-Jitsu, it's all about submissions, and when you bring to the mat so many points, so many penalties, so many like advantages, so it just makes jiu-jitsu confusing. Of course, that is the way organizations have to push athletes to compete, but it's definitely not the best way to encourage jiu-jitsu to be spoken on the stage. So when I'm competing, I'm always looking to submissions. Of course, there are other athletes that also do the same, but just make 15 minutes mats, like no points. Just like, of course, some having some like we had today, some great referees just pushing action, like making calls and like giving penalties. It's pretty important as well. But the less we have points involved, and the more we have the true jiu-jitsu, like domination, submissions. So that is what we're looking for. So I love this rule set, by the way. So I think 10 minutes is a good time. Overtime is probably, if you're facing someone that's pretty tough, you're gonna go there, because when athletes, they are playing in the highest level possible, it's really difficult. You display something very, like display dominance, like I'm doing, but I'm one of the greatest ever, so it's just different. But this rule set was amazing. I love it. I would love to compete again in this rule set, to be honest.
We talked a little bit about GSP yesterday. I'm wondering if you could hear any of his commentary while you were competing.
No, I didn't. I didn't hear anything. When I'm competing, I'm pretty much in the zone, so I can hear my coach, John. Gordon was there as well. Gordon yells a lot, so it's a little annoying, to be honest. John never says anything, which I like, so just by having him around is something that brings me peace. But I don't hear anybody else, like, to be honest. It's just like, I know what is the game plan, I know what I should do out there, and I trust my skills, I trust on the work I do in the gym, so I trust my coach. So it's just about time to get what I want, like control my opponent and get my submission.
And I believe it was today that you posted something on Instagram about how you don't want to be a role model, or you don't want to be someone's role model, or can you maybe elaborate on that? What did you mean by that?
Yeah, so I'm from Gi Jiu-Jitsu. I'm from Brazil, I'm Brazilian. And I always had people telling me what to do and how to act. And it drove me crazy during my entire life. So I was always like going back and forth in between, like, what should I do and who I am. I lost my mind a little bit, so I thought about retire. I actually did. And when I moved to US and I joined the team New Wave, so I just felt great to work. I felt peace, and I have that judgments are not there. And right now I'm just being who I am, and I don't give a fuck about what people think, because people, they don't give a fuck about you, but they just want to drag you down because they're losers, and they're never going to accept that you are at the top. So you have to be a role model for losers, not for champions. So I kind of lost my way for trusting those people, but right now I'm just doing my things, and if you like me, fine. If you don't like me, also fine. So I have my friends, I have my family on my side, I have money to do whatever I fucking want. So being a role model is the most bullshit thing ever this society created. So yeah, so I don't give a fuck, and I'm just being who I am.
So I take it you don't have a role model then, if you think they're bullshit?
Yes, of course it's bullshit, because you are also not your role model. Like, you're always changing as a human being. Like, year by year you change. So you're always expecting to be someone, you're always acting to be someone, but you never like you never are your real role model. You're always thinking about something, and then you think about people, and then you think about actions, and then you think about future. Like, just stop thinking, just be who you are. And like, you can conquer happiness, you can conquer peace by being who you are. Like, life is too tough to try, like, control yourself and like design and project a beautiful future. Like, we never know what's gonna happen, and I just release pressure. I'm just living my life. I'm saying what I want. I'm dressing the way I want. I'm training the way I want. I'm doing things I love, and whatever people say is just irrelevant for me. So I'm still have. If I open my phone right now, I just beat the best guys in the world, gi and no gi. I had 14 fights, 12 submissions, 85% submission rate, fighting the best guys, the best of the best. Not guys that have good brand, like good media. It's like, who wins more, gi, give me. Who wins more, no gi, okay, give me. And I just beat them. If I open my phone right now, a lot of experts will tell me, oh, you should do this, you should do that, you should say this. Just shut the fuck your mouth. You know shit about life, you never conquer anything, just do not take my time. Like, you're a piece of shit. Like, you're never gonna say, Elon Musk is not texting me, oh, you should do, no, he's not. Like, he's on his house doing his shit, and I'm doing my shit. And my friends can tell me something about life, my family can tell me something about life, because they live my life. Not a piece of garbage, like from Instagram, oh, you should do this, that. Just shut the fuck. If I'm not your role model, just move on. Unfollow. There's a there is a great button on Instagram, unfollow, and then you go to a different page. Like, I'm not gonna be your role model. I'm just being who I am. That's it.
Last question for me. I don't know if you called someone out. We didn't hear your post-fight, but is there somebody that you want to fight next?
Sorry, not really. So I have, I don't know who I wanna face. I beat everybody at the top. I don't know. Just rest right now. I have business that I want to do, different than jiu-jitsu right now. So I have no idea at all who I want to face next year.
You giggled when you said business. Is that something you can share?
No, it's private. It's private. I have my hobbies that I like to keep very active.
Thank you.
Nicky Rod called you out in his post-fight interview.
Who?
Nicky Rod.
Who?
Are you doing ADCC?
No, again, can you like? So just give him some help. What this guy that he said the name? What did he win? So because I can't. You can remind me. Tell me his titles, and then I can like because right now I'm just like.
He doesn't have the titles that you have, but he won
No,
tonight.
what he won. Maybe I can like you can bring me back to the topic because I don't know. Like, so people can call me out for sure, but I'm in a position where who makes the calls? It's me. So just take the line, ask for some money, and so I can give you a chance. But this guy, I don't even know who he is, so he's not on my list. Sorry.
It's understandable. And then finally for me, are you doing ADCC next year?
Yes, I really want ADCC. So my first performance was pretty shit, to be honest. So I got second place open class and third place on my weight division. I had 5 months training no-gi, so it's understandable. I couldn't perform better than that. I really want to go back and perform in the level I know I'm capable of. So I have almost 2 years training no-gi. I feel more comfortable. I feel closer to my like peace to work. So I feel peace when I'm fighting no-gi right now. So not as close as, not as much peace as I feel when I'm competing the gi, but kind of close. So I think having 4 or 5 more fights until ADCC, so I can get there in a very good shape and in a very good state of mind to get my double gold.
Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.